Hello, Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for the first chapter of School Live Otayori. And I think Otayori translates to letter, but until we get more of an official English title for the series, I'm just going to stick with Otayori. But anyway, School Live has a sequel series now. Set, I'm guessing, after the epilogue of the original series, but we'll have to find out. Anyway, when we last left our heroes, we opened 3 years later with Miki kind of just like telling Miki and Rise telling us what happened at the end of the conflict with Randall, how Yuki's pleas made some people in Randall stop the bomb and allowed the four of them to live, dodging every single death flag that was thrown at them over all those years. So now Miki is, I think, traveling the country, like getting people's stories after the apocalypse. Yuuri is working on like reconstruction committee to help rebuild society. Kurumi is training to be a doctor, is still in a wheelchair, and Yuki has started up a school at the ruins of Megurigaoka. And that's kind of where the original series left off. So let's jump right on into Otayori. We have our like magazine cover of adult Miki and young Miki back to back. It's a really nice pic there. But we open in a much less nice pic with a bunch of zombies wandering the streets. And a car passes by them, and the zombies notice someone in the car and go to like slam on the window. A bunch of them all slamming on the window. And some like a human sees the zombies banging on the car. And we see a group of people in like, I can't quite describe their outfits, but full long pants, collared shirts, fully covered, and like safety goggles. I think one of them is Yuuri, because one of them turns to her partner and then lifts up her goggles, and I think that's Yuuri. Which I guess means that is what was meant by by the rebuilding committee in the final chapter. Anyway. Yuuri throws a couple of glow sticks out to get the zombies' attentions. The start of a new series. Chapter 1, Yuuri, School Live Letters. So yeah, it's being translated letters, meaning that's probably the title I'll put on for the YouTube video. Anyway, Restoration District HQ. So now we have Yuuri is like at a desk now, I guess sometime after or maybe before the opening scene. I don't know. But she writes, my one fear, though, is that it'll just be like, the whole framework is going to be Yuuri, Kurumi, and Yuki writing letters to Miki, and we only get like 3 chapters of this sequel series. But we'll have to wait and see. Anyway, Miki-san, thank you for your reply. I was shocked when I saw the date. We've gotten pretty fast delivering letters. I'm here doing paperwork as always. Thinking about it, not much has changed in our school living club days. Back then I kept the accounts, thinking a week ahead or a month. Now I think about the next year, the next decade. We made a bit of progress. I mean, yeah, that's the way of looking at it. Though also she's kind of I think obscuring the truth a little bit from Miki, how we just saw her, out in the streets fighting zombies. Anyway, there are things you can't see from the numbers alone, so sometimes I help out on the ground, too. Oh, so she is admitting to it. I do love this little detail here, that some random member of the Restoration District carries a shovel to fight the zombies in Kurumi. Is that the same shovel, do you think? Because, like, Kurumi isn't using a shovel anymore. But anyway, another member has, like, a water gun that she shoots a zombie with. Filled with poison, it looks like, as the zombie's skin literally melts off. You can, like, see the eyeball out of it. It's kind of one of the more gruesome images School Live has given us. And then the shovel wielder comes up to whack the zombie, and yeah, we see the blood, and the zombie is, like, dead on the ground. But the numbers can tell you a lot. Injuries or deaths due to them have mostly disappeared, thanks to the cure. What we have to be afraid of is other people. Our rescue teams get attacked by humans more and more. Some of them even have guns. And so we see... so we go back to the opening scene, and she unlocks the car door, like opens the window a little bit, and opens the car door and reaches her hand in to whoever was inside the car. And it's like a little kid, a little boy. It's amazing how many children we find when we go out to rescue people. Some being taken care of by adults, but also sometimes just children surviving on their own. The will to live is incredible. And Yuuri like pats the little boy's head, and then the boy lets go of their hug. And then the boy is dropped off at like I guess a hospital or something. And he looks back to Yuuri, and Yuuri kind of like sits down and smiles at him, and the boy smiles and nods, and then walks off with the doctor. There's another threat to civilization we've dodged, judging by the numbers. More and more people are getting married and having children. Basically, there's a love boom. I guess that's does that mean that in the end, the zombie apocalypse is just everything Shinzo Abe has ever wanted? I mean, yeah, I guess so. If it makes sense though. The whole feeling of we've come through this. It's like the baby boom in the 40s and 50s. Though on a grander threat scale. The release of tension after the Second World War led to a baby boom. Here we're having the release of tension after the apocalypse, leading to a baby boom. Anyway, they say the population grows in times of crisis or violence. I thought it was just a trite saying, but looks like it's true. That's pretty much what I was getting at earlier, yeah. And Yuuri sees like a lot of people just like kissing or flirting on a bench or something. I guess it's a good thing, but sometimes I worry. And we see a man approach Yuuri. I feel like this might be what Rise was telling Miki about in the final chapter of the original series. There was like a guy bothering Yuuri. I feel like this might be him. 10 or 20 years from now, when the kids born now are grown, what kind of world will we leave for them? That's always on my mind as I work. And yeah, she's like working with this guy at Restoration HQ. When it comes to children, right now Yuki-chan probably knows best. That reminds me, and we see images of Yuki at Meguri Gauka, leading her classroom. A long time ago, Yuki-chan said, "A hero isn't someone you wait for; it's something you become." I guess we have become someone's heroes, and we see Yuki playing around with the students. And then we cut back to Yuuri writing the letter. You asked about the senpai I'm interested in at the Reconstruction Bureau. But there's not much to tell. Nothing has changed since we last spoke. He's an incredibly smart man, but also a pain to deal with. I wish he took things just a bit more seriously. And then in he walks, which leads Yuuri to like blush and hide the note under her notepad. Here, lunch. Thank you. But why do you get 2 servings? We have a document check after this. Wouldn't it be more efficient if we eat together in here? I wonder, though, if he's going to fall prey to the school life men curse. Because as we all know, men tend to die in school life. Though maybe because Odayori is just like brightish future, he'll get to live. It's not the issue. Sheesh, you have no clue. Let's eat. And Yuuri kind of blushes. Thanks. Now we cut to Miki in her van, like kind of lying on the back seat, reading Miki's letter. Miki-san, take care of yourself. Let's meet again soon. Wakasa Yuuri. Huh. And then there's a text. Like we see some text of the letter, and it's the same thing we talked about the man she's interested in. And Miki like reads that again. Right. Gakko Garashi Odayori is a bi-monthly serial. Next chapter will appear in August Kirara Forward issue 10, which would be August 24th, I want to say. Because this normally comes out on the 24th, and then of course sometime later, just because of translator things. But anyway, there's the first chapter of Odayori, and it seems to cover Yuri's letter pretty completely. It really is just kind of an expansion of the little glimpse we got of Yuuri in chapter 78. But yeah, it's really hopeful. Like the end of school life, not the final chapter notwithstanding, was really bleak. Was really there is no hope left. It was like we lived through Yuki's final Hail Mary in chapter 77. And now we're seeing the results of that. Society is starting to pick up the pieces. I'm a little curious as to where all these survivors are coming from and where were they for the main series, but whatever. I'm willing to accept that they were just kind of hiding out in different places. But yeah, we're really starting to see society start to rebuild. It's really nice. Um, I don't know. I don't know. It was a really, really sweet chapter. Um, and very little happens in it technically. And if this is only going to be a 3 chapter series, I kind of expect that to be the case. Just kind of a final little see what's up with Yuuri, see what's up with Kurumi, see what's up with Yuki. Maybe get a final chapter about Miki, and then close the book for good this time on School Live. But yeah, it was a really fun chapter, and I'm looking forward to see what we're gonna get with Kurumi, and maybe we'll come back to Yuuri in like chapter 4 or something. I don't know. But that's kind of all I have to say for this video. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe, or do whatever makes you happy, And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!